Did you know a simple app, disguised as a game or photo editor, can give hackers total control of your phone? Welcome to my channel. Today you're going to learn how hackers clone phones and hijack every call, message and file using a single malicious APK file. Miss any part of this video, and you might miss the exact steps hackers use to silently break into Android phones. Now let's get started. Alright, let's break this down in simple terms. If you've ever installed an app on your Android phone, you've used an APK file. APK stands for Android Package Kit, and it's basically the box that holds all the parts of an app, like a delivery box for software. Normally, you get these boxes from the Google Play Store, so you trust what's inside, but attackers can take a real app, open up the box and sneak in some nasty surprises, just like hiding something dangerous inside a delivery package that looks totally normal on the outside. Using tools like MS Venom, hackers inject malicious code into the APK. This code can turn a harmless-looking app, like a flashlight or photo filter, into a Trojan horse. The app looks and works like the real thing, but it secretly contains a backdoor called MeterPreter. Once you install it, the attacker can connect to your phone remotely, without you knowing. They can access your calls, messages, camera, mic, and files, all because the app asked for permissions you didn't think twice about. So, always be careful what you install, even if it looks harmless. That's how attackers use malicious APKs as their Trojan horse. How do hackers actually pull off phone cloning and hijack calls or messages? Let's break it down step by step like a recipe for cybercrime. First, the attacker needs a malicious APK, an Android app file. They use tools like MS Venom or APK Tool to craft it. Think of MS Venom as a malware kitchen, where hackers mix up ingredients to create a custom payload. With MS Venom, they select the Android MeterPreter payload with reverse TCP. This means once the victim installs the app, their phone secretly calls back to the hacker, like a spy reporting in. The hacker sets LOS to their own IP address and L port to a port they control. It's like giving the spy a secret number to call. Next, they host the APK. Sometimes it's sent as an email attachment, a Telegram or WhatsApp file, or uploaded to a fake website that looks legit. Here's where social engineering comes in. Hackers use tricks, like promising free Netflix, a cracked app, or urgent updates, to convince the victim to install the APK. Once the victim opens the app, the hacker's Metasploit framework catches the connection. Now, the attacker can see calls, messages, and more, like having a remote control for the victim's phone. Hackers do this for money, revenge, or just curiosity. It's like breaking into someone's house, but digitally, and often without them ever knowing. Once the victim installs the APK, the hacker gets full control of the device. This is possible thanks to powerful open-source tools like MobSF, APK Tool, and MSF Venom, which are often included in hacker-friendly Linux distros like Kali Linux or Parrot OS. Think of these tools as a hacker's Swiss Army knife. They let attackers break down, modify, and rebuild apps to slip in their own code. With tools like Hijack, hackers can now read all incoming and outgoing SMS messages, listen to phone calls or record the microphone in real time, clone contacts, call logs and media, or even capture camera snapshots without the user knowing, steal saved passwords or session cookies, and track GPS location in real time. They can even clone the entire phone, including WhatsApp chats and private data. At this point, the victim's phone isn't just compromised, it's a remote-controlled spy device, all thanks to these powerful, freely available tools. You might be thinking, is this elite government-level hacking? Nope, these tools are shockingly accessible, and real-world attacks prove it. Take MSF Venom, which creates backdoor APKs. In 2021, a fake COVID tracking app in India used a similar method to hijack thousands of phones. Metasploit lets attackers control infected devices. Pegasus spyware used against journalists also exploited APK-based hijacking. AppTool rebuilds apps with malicious code. Cybersecurity reports show cloned banking apps stealing logins in Brazil and Southeast Asia. Ubersploit and AndroRat are Android-specific rats, used in attacks on unsuspecting users worldwide. Ngrok or Servio help hackers port forward payloads behind NAT, making remote access easy. Evil Droid automates APK binding, streamlining attacks. All of these are free, open source, and as real-world cases show, absolutely deadly. So how do hackers clone calls and messages specifically, and more importantly, how can you protect yourself from these attacks? Let's break it down step by step and cover practical ways to stay safe. SMS hijacking is one method. Using tools like dump_SMs or keylog_recorder, hackers can retrieve every incoming and outgoing message. To protect yourself, only install apps from official app stores, and always check app permissions before granting access to SMS or contacts. Call forwarding attacks use hidden GSM codes to silently redirect your calls. Regularly check your call forwarding settings, and be wary of unexpected changes or missed calls. If you notice anything strange, contact your carrier immediately. Audio capture is another trick. Using record_mic, hackers can listen in or record your calls, often without root access. Limit microphone permissions, and use security apps that monitor for suspicious activity. App cloning lets hackers dump your app data, including WhatsApp, Telegram, or Signal, and replay it elsewhere. Always keep your apps updated, use secure messaging with end-to-end encryption, and enable two-factor authentication. Watch for signs of hijack like duplicate messages, unknown devices, or sudden logouts. Staying alert, updating your phone, and using trusted security tools are your best defense against phone cloning and message hijacking. In 2022, a fake SMS app circulated on Telegram promising free data to anyone who downloaded it. But behind the scenes, the APK secretly installed a Metasploit payload, giving hackers access to stolen banking credentials and private call recordings. In another real-world case, modified TikTok APKs were distributed in private hacker forums, luring users with the promise of a no-watermark app. Victims unknowingly handed over GPS locations, messages, and even call logs, just for a seemingly harmless download. These aren't just proof-of-concept attacks. They're happening right now, and anyone can be a target. Stay vigilant, ask questions, and share this knowledge to protect yourself and others. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let's keep our community safe together. Here's how to avoid falling into this trap. First, never install APKs from untrusted sources, even if they look totally legit. Use Google Play. Protect and a trusted antivirus app like Bitdefender or Malwarebytes. Also, be sure to disable install from unknown sources in your settings. You can use a firewall app like NetGuard to block suspicious apps from sending out data. Regularly check for strange behavior like unexpected battery drain, high data usage, or unknown apps popping up. And if you're technically inclined, use tools like Mobicef or VirusTotal to scan APKs before installing. A single app can become a digital clone of your life. Hackers don't need physical access, malware links, or zero-day exploits. Just one tap, and suddenly your phone, messages, and private calls belong to them. Stay alert, stay updated, stay encrypted. Like and subscribe if you want weekly breakdowns of real hacking methods and how to defend yourself. See you in the next one.